And we're live. Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy George Smith, and we are back. I am beardless, and I'm gonna go a little lower, too hot, but we're back here for another episode of 150 Sports Talk, and we're talking strictly NBA rumors. This is just what we think's gonna happen based off everything that's going on. I got my boy Alex Frame on here. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got my boy James,
What's going on, y'all?
all the way from Houston, Texas. And DJ is here.
It,
Everybody wondering where DJ is.
he's somewhere.
DJ here, and he'll be right back on with us very, very soon. I'm just taking my picture to let the people know on Instagram that we are live and direct. We're broadcasting live right now, so you guys just tune on in. And I'm about to post a link on my Facebook and my Twitter. 150 Sports Talk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Broadcasting live right now. See? That don't work quick. Technology, boy.
Got that quick Wi-Fi.
That good Wi-Fi, man. All green lights.
Oh.
So, let's start with free agent number one. Alex, where do you think LeBron goes and why?
Yo, it's tough, man. I think. Oh man, this is hard. I think he goes to Cleveland
Okay.
because I think Wade. I think he's very concerned with Wade's health, and I really think Bosh is gone. So Pat Riley's picking up a whole bunch of bums. I don't know who LeBron can win with the players Pat Riley's picking up. So I say Cleveland only because he already won 2 rings. You know, Cleveland, I think they got a better roster, a younger roster with Kyrie and who they got? Jabari Parker? Who they got? Who's the pick?
Wiggins.
With Wiggins, yeah. So I think, you know, looking to the future, they got a good team over there in Cleveland. So that's where I think he ends up. Or he signs a 1-year deal. George gonna laugh about this one. He signs a 2-year deal with Miami. Second year, he opts out and joins Melo. Joins Melo in the Garden. I think he's going back to Cleveland. That's what I think.
James, what do you think is gonna happen?
With LeBron,
Yeah.
LeBron's going to the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, the show
Going
is done
to-
after that.
He and
There's nothing left to
Oladipo
say.
are going to.
And Tobias Harris. Oh, and Channing Frye.
Yo, Channing Frye just got $8 million a year.
That's crazy.
How?
That's crazy.
I'm trying to get my son to play soccer because them dudes get paid, but Channing Frye got $8 million a year, man.
To do nothing. That's.
To shoot threes and not rebound.
I mean, he might end up being a star in Orlando though. You never know, cause Orlando is they terrible. So he might have good numbers in Orlando.
Yeah,
Only
I
'cause
don't
they
believe
bums.
that. I don't believe that at all. Not one bit.
My guy froze. See, they need that good Wi-Fi, George. We gotta.
Oh, James froze?
Yeah.
Well, since James frozen, I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have no idea where LeBron is going. I'm gonna be honest. Um, I hope he comes back to the Heat.
Of course.
I assume that it's gonna be. I assume that it's gonna be the deal that Alex was just talking about. Hey, DJ's there. What's going on, man?
You see his big head. What up, Laker fan?
Oh my god. I didn't even get my headphones on until I heard Lakers fans.
Now I do assume that LeBron is gonna take a short-term deal.
With
I do assume that LeBron's going to take a short-term deal if he does sign. Actually, I think he's going to take a short-term deal if he signs anywhere. Because I really believe, I really thought that he didn't like all of this. I really thought that when everybody opted out, it was just going to be like a real quiet, this really smooth thing. Everybody was just going to come back together. He was going to pick up a few people and keep it moving. But obviously that's not the case. So it seems like he enjoys this kind of stuff. So being that he enjoys this kind of stuff, I can see this thing happening again and just like Alex said, I think he's going to do a 2-year deal with a 1-year opt-out clause.
Mm.
And it's going to be the max. He's probably going to...
That's what they think Melo is going to do.
Hold on, DJ. Let me turn you up. Now, you made a good point, DJ. If Bosh leaves for Houston, and don't get me wrong, I want Chris Bosh on my team because schematically, 6'11" can play power forward, can play center, rim protector, stretch the floor, underrated defender. I don't want Chris Bosh to lose my team. But if it keeps LeBron in Miami long term, I definitely want that to happen. So if Bosh leaves and goes to Houston, I believe that LeBron signs long term and Melo signs long term in Miami because they really, really want to play with each other. But I think the chances of that happening are very, very slim. Teron is here, everybody.
What's up, fellas?
What up, boy?
The Heat just signed Josh McRoberts today.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a good pickup, George. That was a good pickup.
I love it. I love the pickup. I mean, I was joking.
DJ laughing.
I was joking today that they signed Josh McRoberts and then they signed Danny Granger. I was like, well, I guess Jason Terry is next. Stevenson and Lance Stevenson. Like Pat is just tough talking LeBron like crazy. We just gonna bring everybody in here that's ever hated you on a public stage.
Right.
You can have the ball with him. But I love the Josh McRoberts signing. He's a white Bosh. He can do everything that Bosh can do. But I mean, he's definitely. I don't want him to be the starter. I don't want him to be the starter at all. He can definitely do everything that Bosh could do. Passes the ball, runs the floor, plays defense. I like if Granger is healthy. I like it.
How likely is that?
If it's like
that's like saying if Wade's healthy.
That's a good point.
You have to take chances with these guys because when you're looking at Deng, you're looking at Ariza. These cats want $13 million. They want to get. I think who messed it up for everybody? When Kyle Lowry got $12 million or $14 million.
Nah, it wasn't even Kyle. It was somebody else that just got signed a few days ago.
No, Jody Meeks messed it up for
Jody Meeks.
There you go, Teron.
Yeah.
Jody Meeks got 8. Jody Meeks.
Well, Jeremy Lin messed it up. He went to the Rockets.
Jeremy Lin messed nothing.
Shouts out to James Dolan for not bringing back Lin. That's the best move he ever made. Shouts out to them.
Oh yeah, let's bring in Prigioni. World-class defender. He's a rookie at 37 years of age.
But when Jody Meeks gets $8 million, you can't look Ariza and Deng in the face and be like, we want to give you 7 and a chance to win the championship.
Right.
like, I don't care how ill Pat Riley is. He's not going to be able to pull that off. So, I like both. Just praying that Granger is healthy. It improves our bench from last year because Battier was definitely Battier knew it was over. Michael
Beasley, he had his new job lined up before the playoffs is over.
Yeah, he knew he was checked out. Beasley was thing about Chick-fil-A or whatever he was like James Jones only hits threes when we down by 30. Like so it was just like I like the additions because I just like the additions because they fit the mold of what we're doing, and I like Granger especially because he's a very very underrated defender. I like that in him. So DJ, where's LeBron going, and why do you think?
I think he's staying at the Heat. Just the simple fact that he's not trying to disappoint another city, and he has a lot of stuff, a lot of business ventures in outside of the Heat, of course, in Miami. Not saying he can't run it from another state.
Yes, he could.
No, I said I'm not saying he can't.
Oh.
He definitely can, but I think he's gonna stay at the Heat. I just think I think he's just playing hardball so they can make moves, but he should have just put his trust in Pat Riley from the get-go.
I got a question, but I'm gonna let Teron give me his answer first. Then I'm gonna ask y'all. Go ahead, Teron. Where's LeBron going and why?
I think he's gonna stay in Miami just for the simple fact of no state taxes.
You know how real that is? That is.
Yeah, like that's real. That's real talk, man.
That's real rap raw. I mean, his wife got businesses down there. She got like a juicy, a smoothie business or whatever. Like that's some real stuff right there. He might just stay down there just for that fact.
You think
Yeah,
all the
Go ahead,
money
Alex.
gets with everything else. Oh, sorry to cut you off, but all the
Now
money
you-
gets with
Because
everything
I gotta
else.
turn you up.
Like,
Go ahead.
you gotta factor all that in. That's a lot of money with not being taxed right now.
Right.
Voluntarily go to somewhere else where you're gonna get taxed on that money you're already getting. That's a tough decision to make, man.
It's true.
All right. Let me ask y'all this question.
Yeah, I heard he was pretty upset when Pat Riley announced his wife was having a baby.
Yeah,
I heard he was pissed about that too. So they
I heard
said
that.
that could be a reason he's on his way out. I don't know.
I heard that too because he's like the thing about LeBron that I know is he's very secretive with his stuff. Like
Right.
I had no idea. Like I don't think I knew LeBron had kids till they was like big.
True.
Like I didn't know that LeBron had like babies on babies and all of that stuff. Like he keeps kind of that stuff kind of like close to the vest. So I really think Pat simped something before he came out there because Pat was on one that day. Like
Right.
and I think Pat was really emo that day too. I think he had everything getting to him from the questions, media, blah blah this and that. That's why he came out there like spazzing and talking all that craziness to LeBron, which was dumb.
Right.
But
I think he was nervous, but whatever.
yeah, nervous, angry, all of that crap. I didn't like it. But this is the question I want to ask you guys. Let me know if I'm being crazy. I feel like, because remember 4 years ago, like at about this same time, everybody thought that Dwayne Wade was on his way to the Bulls.
Right?
So my question is, do you think these guys are just gumming up the process like they did last time? Because last time, they visited mad people, they saw all these people, and they all just got together. And I think it like held up a lot of teams from doing what they wanted to do. My question is, do you think they're doing it again?
As a gameplay, I don't know. I don't think Bosh is gonna resign. I think the big three is over because of Wade's health. I think Bosh will fit perfectly in Houston.
Next to Dwight, right?
With that whole Dwight, because Dwight needs help on the defensive end,
Right.
and like you said, Bosh is an underrated defender. So with Bosch, him, Chandler Parsons, Jeremy Lin, and
That,
Harden, that's just a great that's a great fit for him.
but D,
Yeah,
that's if Chandler Parsons come back though.
true, that's right.
He might be
So,
good.
but I don't think this one is like I don't think that what they did last year. I mean, 4 years ago is the same thing they're doing this year. I don't think so at all.
What you think?
What you
Go
say?
ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
I, I
Yeah,
think they're. I personally think they know what they're doing. I think all of them know. I think Bosch, Wade, I even think Melo, all of them know what they're gonna do. It's already planned out. I think they're just, I don't know. They just want to get the hype up, but I kind of think they know what they're doing already. It got to be planned from a long time ago. So I don't know. I think they spoke to Phil, and we're just waiting to see. Phil's about to, pull some trades, and I don't know. I think it's planned out.
Teron, what you think?
Teron got
Oh,
on
my
mute.
my fault. I was on mute. Sorry.
That's all right.
I think that they all know what's going on. Like people act like people say that they've been tight for all these years. They're just not gonna all of a sudden not talk to each other as soon as free agency starts. So, like, I think they all know exactly what each other's doing, and they're just waiting to see what the Heat does in response. But I think they all know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So now,
Yo, as what DJ said, honest, you know what? Maybe Bosch might not. I don't know. DJ was right. Bosch might not. I don't think he's in the mix too much.
I honestly believe that too. I really feel like Pat told him, like, look, if you want to stay, this is what we're gonna give you.
Right.
So if you want to go get the max, you probably should go to Houston and go get the money. Because from what I saw, the deal was 4 years, $88 million. That's $22 million a year. And there's no state tax in Texas either.
I quit.
So that's money. I mean, he's not getting that in Miami. He's not going to get 22 in Miami. So I believe it. So that brings us to this next point. Stephen A. Smith says,
Get in the car.
if Bosch leaves, it opens the door
Yeah.
to Carmelo Anthony. Now, here's the thing. The signings that the Heat made today, from what I was told, they're operating as if they're already over the cap. The Joshua Roberts signing was the mid-level exception, and the Granger was the biannual exception. So the mid-level is about 4 or 5 a year, and the biannual is like 2. So where does that put the Heat? If Bosch leaves, where does that put the Heat in the Carmelo Anthony sweepstakes?
I'm gonna answer last.
DJ, go ahead.
Nick State, you got to answer.
No, he's a Knicks fan. I understand why he wants to take that last. So go ahead, DJ. Put it in perspective for him.
I don't think Melo will go to the Heat. Reason being, I'm sorry. No, I take that back. I think Melo will only go to the Heat if LeBron resigns rather.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple, he wants money and he wants to win. So he wants to be in a situation where he can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He's not going to do that at the Knicks. He's not going to do that at Houston. As much as offensive threat there would be terrible defensive.
Horrible.
Horrible. Dwight Howard would get fouled out each game easy.
True.
But remember when Chicago was the place that everybody was going to go?
True.
Right?
Full shade to all the Bulls fans. Full
Where Dion at?
shade. And Dion, if you don't watch this, I'm gonna let everybody know Dion acting like he don't care. Like it's okay, we cool as long as we get rid of Boozer. Man, shut up. We gonna get Boozer in the heat too.
And just depending on shut up, depending on who else the Lakers signed,
Who?
I can't say. Depending on who else the Lakers sign, I'm not secure that I'm not sold on the fact that Melo's going to the Lakers. So honestly, I think I think the Heat are the best look right now. As soon as they sign LeBron, as soon as LeBron re-signs, rather.
Okay, so Alex, how would you feel?
Listen, yo.
How would you? I can't even say the question.
Hey man, just y'all better be happy with 17th place because that's what y'all getting next year.
Nah. Listen. Let me ask a question though. If
No,
Bosh
you gotta
leave-
answer that one first.
No. If Bosh, the Knicks are gonna be top 5 next year. I guarantee.
Oh, cut the crap.
Top five lottery. Top 5 lottery.
Guarantee you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I guarantee you. Listen, this is a question. If Bosh leaves Miami, right? Melo wants a max. Could they still sign Melo and LeBron for a max in Miami?
Yes, indeed, they could.
So
There
why they can't do it with Bosh?
Who wants to take that risk?
That's I mean, they could give it to Bosh, but that's what they just not offering at the Bosh.
So they could give it to Bosh.
Especially when
Absolutely.
Melo's in range.
Listen, Melo's staying in New York.
But you gotta understand, Bosh is already gone. I think Bosh has already went on record saying that he'll take less. Several times.
All of them did that.
And they're going to be more faithful to Dwayne Wade than they are to Chris Bosh, no matter how bad of a season Dwayne Wade had.
That's true.
Why do you say that?
History.
It's Dwayne's city.
He
It's
brought
his
them
city.
he brought them a championship before LeBron and Chris Bosh got there.
True. I think he's more bigger than pause. He's more bigger than LeBron in Miami. Pause. 'Cause
Right now?
he
I
was
can't-
there. He was there from the beginning.
I can't say that.
From what I know, I mean, I even expressed some, I was talking to my boys, and I even expressed some frustration to the point where I was like, Carlin White, if you guys don't know him, he plays drums for J. Cole. He's a
Never
LeBron.
heard of him.
He's a
Shameless plug.
He's a LeBron fan. Oh, I'm sorry. DJ Brown plays for Joe.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Currently on tour now. You probably saw him at Essence Music Fest.
All right.
Killing.
If you ever saw Melanie Fiona's video, It Kills Me, DJ is on the piano.
George,
So
stop.
if you want to go on YouTube right now,
On YouTube right now, right?
Melanie Fiona, It Kills Me, you'll see
Oh, my
DJ Brown. Him right there.
I'm about to go repost it on Instagram.
Woo!
Yo, y'all are terrible, man.
Playing keys and taking numbers. I forgot what point I was trying to make.
You talk about Dwayne Wade LeBron being more popular. Dwayne Wade being more popular than LeBron.
Yeah, at this point in time, LeBron, everybody is on pins and needles. I know for the Miami Heat fans, not the LeBron fans. The LeBron fans,
Thank you for saying that.
the LeBron fans are pretty much waiting for whatever happened to happen, and they're gonna go where the wind blows them.
Including George.
Whoa,
Hello?
whoa,
Including George?
whoa! I already got my. I already got my 15 jersey. It just say Chalmers on it. So don't play me. We'll with open arms. But seriously, I don't want LeBron to leave, but I had an argument with Carlin the other day. I was like, part of me wants LeBron to leave just so y'all LeBron fans can just go with him. And I hope he loses.
Wherever you go.
I mean, that one day I had a moment, and I was like, I pray that LeBron leaves and he goes to the Clippers so we can sign and trade for Blake Griffin. I prayed for that. No lie. That's what I wanted.
I don't think they will lose though.
Yeah, and with the Clippers?
That's the only way he can go to the Clippers. They have
But
no.
they won't. LeBron can play a power forward position and be better at it than Blake Griffin can.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
What?
Did you see Boris Diaw a couple weeks ago?
Yo, LeBron is tired. He was doing it himself for the longest.
Did you see Boris Diaw a couple of weeks ago?
Listen, if George still had his beard, he would agree with you.
All
really believe
I'm saying is LeBron had a Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, DeAndre Jordan on his team. The whole JJ Redick, the whole squad over there. If he had them, they would win, bro.
All right, I don't want this to be all about LeBron. Let's do.
Who was LeBron anyway?
Let's do some. No, we can't just talk about LeBron for the whole time. This ain't first take. Let's talk about Melo. Like seriously. Like I really looked at the time. I was watching First Take today on the DVR, and I looked at the time when they stopped. They spent the first 37 minutes all on LeBron.
Right.
Number one free agent, man.
So Carmelo Anthony. We've heard the rumors. We heard he got wowed by the Lakers. We heard Chicago.
That's what we do.
Chicago changed everything.
Wait, DJ, would you want Melo on the Lakers?
Absolutely.
Hold on, I'll answer that for
Yes,
you, Dave. Of course.
yes.
Like,
Yes.
Do
Yes.
dubs fly?
That's like asking a thirsty man in the desert, do they want a cup of ice water?
Nah, because I'm saying not everybody's a fan
Wow.
of Melo, though.
But him and Kobe together play great. They just need another piece going along with it. And
They need a coach.
that's,
Well,
that's the easy
the
part.
only thing about that is you're not going to get a coach yet until you know what personnel you have. They're not going to make the same mistake they made with Dwight Howard, where they brought Dwight Howard in, and then they brought in the one coach that doesn't work with bigs, and that's Mike D'Antoni. So they're not going to make that same mistake. They got to get the personnel right, and then find the coach that best pulls that personnel out. It'll be a great fit.
And he wanted Pau Gasol to shoot threes.
No, he wanted Pau Gasol to come off the bench, and then he wanted Steve Nash to run the offense, even though Steve Nash is 137 years old.
All right, Teron, get in this, man.
Yeah, sorry, my connection keeps cutting in and out, but
Cool.
of course I'd love to have Carmelo on the Lakers. Like, Carmelo's a matchup nightmare. No matter who else is on the squad, and I'm not even including Kobe in this. Melo's a matchup nightmare. You add that to a Kobe who is 80% of himself. That's tough to guard. And they're talking about if Melo comes and Pau Gasol is going to come on right along with him. I think that's a great big three, man. Pau Gasol brings it all together. So.
And it allows Julius Randle just to become who he needs to be. That's a down low. Just do your dirty work, get rebounds. They don't have to depend on the rookie yet. They found a point guard somewhere, and they're doing fine.
Wait, hold up. All three of y'all are Laker fans?
I'm a Laker fan. Can I see something real quick, Hill? I think that I feel that we won the number one pick when we got Julius Randle. I think that dude's hungry. I think he's gonna be great in the league. I'm really impressed to have him at number 7.
I think he's a better fit than what would have been available. Like, it would have probably been a problem if you put Andrew Wiggins in that spot. But being that we didn't have a power forward, and Kyle's really a 5, I think we do what we need to do. So I like him. And plus, he wants to be there, and that means something. So I like the pick.
I agree that you guys got the best player available. I don't think he is the number 1 pick by any stretch of the imagination.
No. I'm not saying that, but the type of player we got, because again, this is a deep draft.
Right.
It feels like we got a number 1 pick in last year's draft.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. I co-sign that for sure.
I think Clay Anthony early is gonna be rookie of the year.
Nah. There's too many other rookies that are gonna get starting jobs and.
I'm sorry, Teron. That's
like
Nick
40 minutes.
talking.
What's wrong with this dude? Like, he just comes there and says.
It's Nick's tape talking, man.
Clay Anthony is gonna win rookie of the year.
But no, man.
But no lie, I was definitely upset that they got to pull that off, because that guy is gonna be a beast.
Oh,
Anthony Early.
say it again.
That guy is gonna be a beast.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
All right. Number 1 picks back to back, the Cavs, right? The pick they got, who they picked up this year again? What's the boy name?
Wiggins.
Wiggins. What did they do this year coming up?
What do you mean?
They do the same thing. They play well at the beginning. Kyrie Irving gets hurt. Anthony Bennett gets traded by about October, November. Deion Waiters gets in another fight with somebody else.
Hey, George.
And they win the lottery.
Anthony Bennett is going to be the first player traded to the D-League.
That's terrible.
I mean, I don't. People are like, LeBron. I really see him going back, and I'm really looking at these people like, is it like hope, or like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't see any reasoning for him to actually go back to Cleveland to go play with some young, unproven, injury-prone people. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that Wade's hurt. Wade needs a shot. But Wade is 32. Kyrie Irving get hurt. How often?
Well, I don't know. I think Cleveland. I actually think Cleveland's a better overall team right now than the Heat.
Oh, that's just because you don't want him on the Heat. That's all. That's why.
I think he should. I think he should go back to Miami. But I'm talking about if you got a starting point guard who is one of the best in the league, you got a
who needs the ball, not a playmaker.
Okay, all right. So, but again, he's a legitimate starting point guard. If Andrew Wiggins is the player everyone says he is, which I personally don't think he is, it's my personal opinion, but if he turns out to be great, then you got a legitimate 2 guard for a long time. LeBron can play the 3. You got young players, young bigs like Tristan Thompson and Virgil. And Deion Waiters, I forgot about him. Virgil is a scrappy player. I mean, that's a good core.
But Teron, you're missing something.
Tristan Thompson and Anthony Bennett are both smaller than LeBron. And they play the 4.
And here's the thing on that team: they have no shooters. There are no shooters on that team. You need shooters. Their bench, you can't depend on them. And Deion Waiters is going to get in a fight with somebody. So I mean that's that
I'm
that
sure
team
they can sign. I'm sure they can sign Boobie Gibson or somebody. Like they got LeBron, and Adams up on the team.
Last time I checked, Boobie Gibson was ringing out Keisha Cole's bras.
Oh wow!
hanging out the blankets to dry.
Or going to see the Eiffel Tower in London.
Right. And trying on new headbands.
No, he's a vocal coach.
So, George.
Yes.
LeBron comes to Lakers. You a Laker fan?
No.
Are you rooting for the Lakers?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not coming. It makes no sense. I mean, I left them for a reason.
Well, you left who for a reason?
I left the Lakers as a team that I loved since the 80s for a reason. Like,
wait, I didn't know you like the Lakers, George.
You didn't know that? You ain't been paying attention?
He left when Shaq left.
I fell in love with the Lakers because, like, They used to play this is before DJ and Tehran was born.
Oh my god.
They used to have the finals. The finals used to be Saturday afternoon. It wasn't no prime time basketball. They used to play in the afternoon. I remember it was like 87 or whatever, or 80. I watched that game and I watched Magic hugging up everybody or whatever. And from that moment, I was a Lakers. I hung up his jersey when he made his announcement and everything.
Hey man, don't joke about that, man.
Hey man, it happened.
Hey, that was a rough day for me, man. For real.
Yeah, it was a rough day for me too. I was sitting in the Pathmark parking lot, waiting for my mother to come out of Pathmark. Listening to 98.7 Kiss FM back when they were still killing. So I'm sitting there listening. I was listening to Guy I was whopping and all that mess, and the niggas came on and they was like, we're going live to Magic Johnson having a press conference. I was like, really? And he said what he said. I was just like, I was broke. I just hung up his jersey in my room, and I hung on, but
Dude.
That Shaq trade really ticked me off because I felt like they had more championships in them. But we talked about that last time. I'm not even talking about that ever again.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, you are.
Kevin Love.
What about
Don't
him?
ask me.
What about him?
Kevin Love.
What about him?
No thoughts on Kevin Love, where he's going to end up?
None.
Next question. I think
Next
he
question.
stays behind right there in Minnesota.
He messed up. He messed up. Nobody. Listen, man. Listen.
Like, when's the last
Nobody's
time you heard Kevin Love's name, like, seriously, like, come up? Like, I hear Chris Bosh name more than Kevin Love.
I mean, it's only before, like, I guess before the restlessness of all the waiting took place, I was hearing Kevin Love's name a lot.
Well, that's only because Kevin Love, that was during the playoff time, and as you know, Kevin Love is allergic to the playoffs. So, but after everybody else is eligible, he fell in line. You know, he's not that guy, man. Here's the thing. He's also an unrestricted free agent next year. Why would teams trade for this guy now when they can get him next year? He'll be a story next year, but he's not a story right now. Kevin Love.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about her mixtape. Calm down.
Yo, Kevin Love coming to New York, man.
Oh my God! And he solves our problem, right?
Absolutely.
Get out of here! Come
All
on,
right, so
Lex.
let's talk about the trade that the Knicks made.
Good.
So
I like you, George.
So the Knicks sent give me the details of the trade, Alex, because I don't follow trash. I mean, I don't follow.
I was waiting on it.
Sorry.
Well, we gave away trash in Raymond Felton.
Yes.
And Tyson Chandler. We got back a great. Well, I won't say great. A smart. We got Jose Calderon. Listen. The guy shot 40% last year.
Yo, that could be just layups. Like, come on.
Nah, from
Great. Smart. All right, hold on.
No. I said great. I said I wouldn't say great. I say good. Point guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's an upgrade.
Yeah.
He's definitely an upgrade from Felton, hands down.
What? He's gonna be a bum by the trade deadline. Watch.
And wait, y'all got rid of Shumpert too, right?
Nah.
Oh,
They keep on trying to.
I don't know why.
Well,
If I'm Shump, man, I'm out. Like, forget y'all.
Really?
they talk about letting go Shump and Amari for to the Sixers
I heard that.
for Thaddeus Young.
I definitely heard that.
I mean, I like Shump, but if we could get rid of Stat,
So they're gonna the Sixers are gonna really be stupid and take on Stat.
But the Sixers got, remember, they got space. They're like
That don't
everybody's.
mean nothing.
Huh?
It's an expiring contract. Remember, like all them guys that they drafted can't play till like 2020 because all them got injuries and all of that mess. So I mean, they get Shump out the deal.
Yeah, they get stuff. Like, forget Stats contract. I'm just talking about him as a player. Like, stop calling him Stat. Like, no, the man's name is Amari. He puts up no points, no rebounds, no blocks, nothing. He puts up turnovers. There you go.
That's just me.
DJ disrespectful, man.
Nah, man. Like, and getting Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young is a good player, but I don't think he's gonna be. I don't care if y'all got Thaddeus Young, Love, and Melo stays, and y'all have Calderon. It's not, and y'all got Bargnani.
Listen,
right?
listen. Let me just say something. I'm not saying this because I'm a Knicks fan. I need us to stop thinking about the Knicks of the past. We got to start thinking about the Knicks of the future.
But yeah, you right, because they stopped drafting 6-point guards.
Sorry,
that's what I'm saying. We going in a different
I was
direction.
just telling a bedtime story.
All I'm saying is I don't care if Melo, Love, and Thaddeus Young came in, man. It's not.
Why?
What? Y'all just gonna be playoff contenders, yo.
With
That's
Melo,
it.
Love, and Thaddeus Young?
Y'all just gonna be playoff. Y'all not gonna make it to the finals. Y'all won't make it to the Eastern Conference, especially if the big LeBron stays in Miami. Then you have to go through the Celtics. Not the Celtics. I'm sorry. You have to go through the Bulls. You have to go through Pacers, and you will have to go through the Nets. As bummy as the Nets are, they'll still give y'all problems.
DJ's just a Knick hater, man.
No, I like the Knicks. I like Melo. I like Kevin Love. I really don't follow Young's career like that, but at the end of the day,
Who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make it farther next year? The Lakers or the Knicks?
Lakers.
what's so crazy is
What?
a hurt Lakers team was as good as a healthy Knicks team last year. So what are you saying?
What? With who?
Y'all were good. Like y'all were healthy, rather.
George, please speak.
Y'all were healthy.
Who was healthy? Tyson was out half the season.
Time out.
Your star player was healthy.
Time out. Let's just put this all in perspective here. The Lakers were in the teens. Am I correct?
What was that again?
Just missed the playoffs. Am I correct?
Knicks did what?
Did the Knicks not just miss the playoffs?
No, they missed terribly.
Not as terribly as the Lakers did.
That's true.
Let's come on, guys. I mean,
Okay.
There's so much.
They won 10 more games than us.
Between the Lakers and the Knicks. I don't know which one is more disillusioned, but I'm tired because I hate both of y'all.
Yo, 10 more games than us. Really?
10 is a lot.
So y'all needed a 92-game season. That's what you're saying. So the Lakers needed a 92-game season. I mean, as much money as Kobe is earning, he should be playing 92 games. Let me shut up before I heard it.
Yeah. Let's go to another subject.
Yeah, so you're being hurtful.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Because when you say crazy stuff like we was bad, but we wasn't as bad as the Knicks.
No. I said just as good as the Knicks were.
I mean, I'm just looking at it from the perspective as the Knicks record against the Heat.
Hold on. Does that visor say stinky? I'm sorry. What's up, Corey?
Stinky.
I looked at it like 7 times.
Hey, man, I can't help it if the wife has funny visors in her car, man. That happens when you're on the road.
So the Knicks record against the Heat is pretty good. If it's not 500, I think they probably have a better regular season record than us. The Lakers,
but their record against the rest of the league was trash. They were bums in the East.
Whoa! I mean, those who are over 500, could you raise your hand? I mean, y'all beat us once in the past 4 years. One time.
We only
More
play
like-
you twice a year.
That's
No one's
8
talking about.
games, bro. That's not a big enough sample size for you.
I'm like, what is this? Why is this
And
a
it was
referendum?
on
I don't even
Christmas.
understand what happened in this conversation.
It was
And?
on Christmas.
Without our best players, none of our best players played
What do
that
you mean
game.
without none of y'all best players?
Kobe was out.
When
Powell
was
was
Kobe
out.
out against the Heat?
Christmas Day. They went over and chatted them up and gave them love on the sideline.
Alex,
He was
did
wearing a black
Kobe
suit.
play against the Heat?
No.
I hear you.
Yo, Kobe was in a suit when.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Kobe missed one of the games. So let's
He
throw
missed
one
both
of the
of
games
them.
out. So
He
with
missed both
Kobe,
of them.
but without Kobe, you didn't beat us. With Kobe, you beat us one time.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I have no problems against the Heat because we never play the Heat in a game that matters. The games that matter are the playoff games and the finals. I'm not about to argue about a regular season game between the Eastern Conference team and the Western Conference team. We've never played you in the playoffs, so it doesn't matter. We never had it.
That is true.
It
Y'all
doesn't
never
matter.
played us in the playoffs, and it'll probably never happen until Jesus comes back. Corey,
Yo.
so we're talking about LeBron and where you think he's gonna go.
Oh man.
Not where you hope he's gonna go. Where you think he's gonna go. I see that his brain was moving.
Wait,
And
who's Corey's team?
Corey's team. You guys are already talking about the reformed New York Knicks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Corey's a Knicks fan? He's a smart guy.
Look at Lex. Oh my gosh.
I needed another one in this chat.
I gotta get a Heat fan in here somehow, some way, man.
No, they're all on the bus waiting to see where LeBron's going.
Slow clap, bro. Slow clap. I'll give you that one.
I think
you about to see a whole string of Tim Hardaway jerseys around Miami from now on.
Nah, I think Stephen A. He brought up something earlier that made a little bit of sense. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be a whole lot of movement in this free agency, and I think the determining factor is gonna be Chris Bosh. If Bosh goes, whatever have you, then that will make the decision for I think Bron and Melo to be so much easier. But other than that, I think Bron's gonna stay put. I think Melo's gonna stay put. Because I don't feel like the teams that either one of them can go to can give them enough to win right now. I see the Heat doing a couple of moves, but I don't see Bron really leaving Miami, and I don't see Melo realistically leaving New York. That's just like right now. I mean, if I was them, I'd wait it out one more year and see what happens at the end of next year. But there's no real teams in any instance that they're going to that they can win a championship right now.
So
I agree with Corey, but just for a different reason. I got cut off before you asked me where I thought LeBron was going. I think he's staying only because the way the collective bargaining has gone on and the way the owners have had this set up, it's impossible for a player to get a max deal and have a championship team around them. I mean, they've made it so hard for anybody to get their money now, which is utterly ridiculous. And I will say this, and I will say this until wherever. LeBron deserves max money. He should get it. He should absolutely get it. And they should have the means to build a championship-level team around him. But the way they've structured the deals now, the way they structure contracts now, the way the rights are and everything else, it's virtually impossible for a player to be paid what they're worth and have a quality team. They got to take almost a 40 to 50% cut, and then made it look like they don't want to win if they're getting their money,
Right.
which is just totally un-American. We live in a capitalist society, but you want to be socialist with your teams. That is dumb. If that is dumb. If a player is worth $20 million, he ought to be paid $20 million. These owners aren't taking pay cuts at all. The league's about to make a $1 billion advance on the media deals coming up. So they're raking in money. Everybody's making money except the players. And they're making the players pay for it. And if LeBron continues to take a pay cut, he changes the order of the league. So now if even though he's worth 24, 25, if he's continuing to take in 15 to 16, then that lowers what everybody else is going to make. The next thing you know, they're going to shrink that salary cap even more. The salary cap moves down to 50. You know, you can't build a team. You know, so he really literally has no other choice because he is the marquee player of the league. He has no other choice but to stay. They're not going to win though, but he has to stay.
Yo, James, that was some good points. That was good points. That was good points.
But it's gonna be tough for him, man. I mean, the only way
I felt everything until you said the last part. That was great.
They're not gonna. I mean, he's got to get a lesser team around him, and that's unfortunate. But you got to strike gold. You got to find players. You can't have a Dwayne Wade and a Chris Bosh anymore on teams anymore. As soon as the big three happened, they made those. That's when the whole labor deal started going down because the teams didn't want to have that anymore. You know, and so they made it impossible for you to get players of that kind of caliber on the same team, which I absolutely hate. I mean,
it's the reason, but I don't think it's out of the spectrum to have 3 stars on the team. I think they made it difficult to have 4 because remember the Harden trade. You just got to be smart in what 3 you're gonna have, and but see, this is the thing this is what I don't understand. How come like the owners and everybody really got livid at the fact that the Heat did that and they changed the CBA, but the Spurs have been doing it for years now.
Because it's the main marquee players doing it. You're talking about the best player in the league joining up with the guy who was one of the best players in the league, joining up with another guy, and they were doing it themselves. And
but
this is the
not
difference.
Everybody's gonna follow that lead. Marcin Gortat got paid $60 million, $12 million a year.
Does he deserve it?
Hell no.
No.
Yes, he deserves it. You know why? Because they paid it to him.
Why does Gortat deserve $12 million a year?
Because they paid it to him. That's why.
Like Rashard Lewis.
That's right.
They didn't want him to go to Miami. That's all.
That's right. Listen.
I'm not talking about if they give the person the money. I'm just talking about player-wise. Like, Jody Meeks deserves $8 million. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, if it's what his manager got for him, his agent got for him, then all right then. But does he deserve that type of money? Channing Frye just got $8 million a year. Am I correct?
He got 4 years, 30. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 4 years, $32 million. With the Magic.
I'm coming just.
And that's the thing, dudes are trying to get their money, man. You know, I mean, it's not a guarantee you're gonna win anyway.
So that's my point right there. The fact that they went so hard to stop big threes when Scrubs is getting $8 million a year really makes me believe that everybody's not gonna think the same way that the Spurs did or the Heat did. Everybody's not gonna feel that same way. Like Westbrook is maxed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Durant, extension. Like everybody's not gonna feel the same way them teams felt.
Well, the only thing about the team that you're talking about, George, they drafted their marquee players. You know, Oklahoma City drafted in succession. They drafted Durant, then they drafted Westbrook.
Did they acquire them? You froze up after you made that dumb point. Did they acquire them to their team?
I mean, in order for you to have 3 marquee players now, you got to draft them. They're not going to let free agents join together like that anymore. They're not going to do that anymore. And I think it's dumb. I think it's sad. I think it spits in the face of what the league was about. When I started watching the league in the 80s, you had those super teams. The Celtics were a super team. And they had 4 guys in the top 50 all time. The Lakers were a super team. Magic, Kareem, McAdoo was coming off the bench. Bob McAdoo was coming off the bench. You know, Jamal Wilkes, James, they drafted James Worthy right after they won a championship. Those ain't happening no more. You're not going to see those teams anymore. They're not going to do it.
I know we're jumping from topic to topic, but you said something. I want to talk about it. the whole built but not bought talk. When I tell you that thing grinds my gears so much, to me, it's like literally one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Alex, what do you think about that? You heard me?
I think he's out.
Alex. DJ, what do you think about the whole bill for not bought talk?
Honestly, I don't have an opinion on it.
Yeah, y'all talk. The hell?
Yeah, we was asking you a question. You was definitely out.
Oh, my bad.
We were asking you how you feel about the whole built but not bought talk that a lot of people are having. Like, well, not having, but this is a conversation that's been had pertaining to like the Spurs and all of that stuff.
Well, I always like to hear DJ's take on stuff, so I want to hear DJ's take first.
First, I mean, I just said I don't have a take on it. I honestly don't. That's the one thing I can't. I don't have an opinion on it.
Anybody?
I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. I think players, I'm all for players having as much rights as they possibly can, because very few times in their career are they going to have those kind of rights. Owners will cut you in a heartbeat. They will trade you and won't pay you the back end of your contracts. They'll backload your contracts and won't pay you and trade you off, and they'll do whatever. But then when you want to leave, they want to cry about loyalty. You know, I can't stand that. I'm all for players to have rights, and if they want to join together, and especially taking less money to join together and make a stronger squad, I'm all for that. I mean, I don't think every team has to function the same way. You know, find a way. It's like in the NFL. You know, every team that wins the Super Bowl, they all do it a different way. You know, and so in the NBA, it should be the same thing. The Miami Heat has a model. The Spurs have a model. You know, whoever the Dallas Mavericks, they did it a different way. You know, it doesn't have to be the same way to win. But you shouldn't clown guys who want to join together to win a championship. And I don't think that's dumb. I don't think that's right. That's dumb to me.
What you say, George? That's a good point, James.
I think that people make the mistake of looking at somebody that was drafted and looking at somebody that was signed as something different. An acquisition is an acquisition. Whether or not I bought a used car or whether I bought a new car, once I drive off that lot, the car's mine, and the value depreciated about 50%. Because that's why America sucks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, so when you really look at a situation like that and big up the fact that we drafted these guys and you guys got them in free agency, I mean, that just shows me that your team stunk, you got lucky in the draft, and this team actually knows how to acquire players and put them on their team. So for you to feel a way about it is really, 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 really dumb. And if we really want to like break stuff down, Boris Diaw was drafted by Boris Diaw was acquired, free agent. Who else was a free agent?
Bellinelli.
Bellinelli's a free agent. Hold, time out. The Finals MVP was traded to the Spurs.
True.
So, just because Larry Bird, I think Larry Bird is worse than running the team than Michael Jordan.
Say that again, George.
I think people give Michael Jordan a hard time because his team has never been good. Larry Bird I think Michael Jordan knows how to run a team better than Larry Bird. Larry Bird is the chief of idiots. How do you trade a pick to a team when a team looks at you and says, "Yo, we want the 16th pick and we want Kawhi Leonard right there. Get it for us." You have to look at them and be like, "I wonder why they want Kawhi Leonard." Like it never like registers like, "No, we really want George Hill, so we're gonna let you have this." Like, would you not Roy Hibbert We got Roy Hibbert. Come on in, Andrew Bynum. The Cavaliers cut you. You got a home here. Like, I think that Larry Bird is worse than Michael Jordan. What do you guys think?
He only picked up Bynum so y'all wouldn't pick him up.
That's true.
That's true.
Because I believe Pat Riley, if y'all would have acquired Bynum, the finals, Pat Riley would have been smart as far as getting Bynum ready for the postseason and the finals, and the outcome probably would have been a little bit different. Probably had a chance to be different, rather. Let me say that. But I definitely agree. Michael Jordan definitely gets more because his team sucks all the way. Don't yawn when I talk, Lex.
I'm sorry.
No. Just rude like a Knicks fan. Come on.
Yo,
I know y'all boring.
The Bobcats made the playoffs, right? Last year?
Absolutely.
First time in how long, though?
No, I wasn't saying it to be. I'm just saying they're
oh yeah, okay, yeah. He
well.
But definitely, if that was stupid because Kawhi Leonard but I can't even say that because Kawhi Leonard had Popovich and had Tim Duncan, had amazing mentors. He was gonna, if he would have stayed on the Pacers, he would have probably got a stripper pregnant too. So we don't know.
Right. It's all the system, man, and who the players are. Oh man.
Oh my God.
But I like Kawhi Leonard for the Spurs, but I just think he would have been like I don't think he would have been the Kawhi Leonard as we know with the Pacers because of Larry Bird and not knowing what to do with a young star at the time he wasn't, but a great role player as he was.
All right, guys. Well, we've talked much longer than I wanted to, but it was a good conversation. We'll try to get back after these guys make their decisions.
Next take.
What?
Go ahead.
We'll be back after these guys make their decisions.
Y'all backup point guard is Prigioni.
I'm not smiling. Hold on, let me get this out. I'm not smiling because I really think Bosh is going to go to Houston and we're going to get Carmelo. I'm not smiling because I am not insanely smiling because I think that's going to happen. All right? This has nothing to do with the smile on my face right now.
Yo, Prigioni's going to be y'all star player.
Wait, who went to school together? No, I'm just joking.
Yo, later, man, later.
So, we'll be back after these guys make their decisions and stuff like that, and then we're going to make our predictions for the season, and then we're even going to talk some World Cup. I'm just kidding. These guys don't know nothing about soccer. All right.
Not a damn thing.
England lost.
We call it football in the Caribbean.
England lost. That's it. That's all he knows. England's terrible. All right, guys. Next time, Jamaica World Cup 2018. Don't watch out for it. Don't even look for it. It's not gonna happen.
Never.
All right,
guys. Wait, go ahead, Alex.
I was there. James thought he was coming back in the conversation.
James, say bye.
You don't even want to say it.